L J CLEARY here, Irish Wrestling's MVP, and I'm right here with Irish Wrestling Revolution Keaton. Like, subscribe and support this young man because I think you'll be seeing him in the ring in the not too distant future.
Taking his way to the ring, living his beautiful life, he is the MVP of Irish Wrestling, L J CLEARY!
Welcome wrestling fans, it's Wrestling Revolution Keaton here with a professional star, L J CLEARY. How did you first get into wrestling?
So I first got into wrestling as a fan, not like yourself, as I've been a fan since I was 3 years old. It's all I was ever obsessed about. Literally, it was all I ever thought about, and I knew probably by the time I was around 7 or 8 years old that this is what I'm gonna do. And then I started with Fight Factory Pro Wrestling in Dublin. The school was actually originally in Bray when I was 13. Now they've put the age up to 16 now because it's not as, to make it a little bit safer. But yeah, I got it when I was 13 just because I loved it.
Who trained you?
Who trained me? So my head trainer is actually on the show today, Phil Boyd, Phil the Trill Boyd. So he's Fight Factory's head coach, and I was also partially trained by Kate Harvey as well, who's on the show today.
What was it like growing up in Dublin?
Growing up in Dublin was okay, you know. Like I grew up in more of a kind of council estate, flats area in Dublin till I was 8, and then I moved to Spain for 4 years. But in Dublin, you know, my mom was always very protective over me, of kind of like keeping me away from any, let's say, like, you know, shady behaviour, shady people, and essentially, you know, right, and then essentially wrestling was used like for me to kind of keep me out of any trouble or anything like that. So it was great.
Who's your favourite match against?
My favourite match I've ever had would be against Matt Cardona, who was formerly known in WWE as Zack Ryder. Yeah, I wrestled him in the National Stadium for OTT's 8-year anniversary show. I was a massive fan of him growing up. I had been at a WWE live event and caught his t-shirt when I was a kid, and then to be able to go and wrestle him in front of my family in my hometown was amazing.
What's your favourite promotion you work for?
My favourite promotion, that's really tough. I do really enjoy wrestling at home in Ireland, so all Irish promotions, you know, OTT would be the place I wrestle for most. I love OTT, I love Fight Factory, RCW, and here in Titanic.
What's the worst wrestling promotion?
You know what, I'm going to say there's no worse wrestling promotion, because if you're as good a wrestler as me, you can make any promotion good.
What advice would you give a young trainee like me?
A young trainee like yourself, I would say just try be as committed to wrestling as you can when you get to that point where you're training as much as you can, and don't be afraid to ask questions. A lot of people say, you know, keep your mouth shut and your ears open. You should be respectful, listen to people, but I think you shouldn't be afraid to ask a question if there's something you don't understand.
Who's the best wrestler, or second best wrestler in Ireland?
After me? Second best. I would say it's a tie, in my opinion, between Fabio and Martin Steers. The fresh lads, I think they're pretty good. So let's say them as a tag team is number 2.
What's your greatest achievement in wrestling?
Oh, my greatest achievement in wrestling is that right now I'm 24 and I've been able to, over the last 3 years, wrestle as my full-time job as a wrestler and a coach. That's probably my greatest achievement.
Who did you coach?
Who did I coach? I've helped coach the likes of Fabio, Martin Steers, AJ Scraggs, Jay Steins, John Bernard. There are a lot of people that have come out of the Fight Factory School over the last number of years.
What's it like being the first ever RCW champion?
Amazing. Only just won last night. A massive honour to be the first champion of any promotion, but especially for wrestling in Cork. I've been wrestling there since I was 15, so to be able to 9 years later, you know, win a title was amazing.
What's your dream for wrestling now?
My dream is to continue to make it my full-time job, and I think, like most people, it's to eventually reach the likes of the WWE.
Now that you're on the camera, who would you like to call out right now for a wrestling contest?
Call a wrestling contest. You know what I'm going to say? I'm going to call out you.
Oh.
When you're old enough and ready, me and you will wrestle here.
I would have you.
Yeah? Okay. There we go.
Thank you, LJ.
No, thank you very much, buddy.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And hopefully, I'll see you again next time. Bye for now. And a Titanic shout out to JDP. helped make this interview possible. Thank you.